The organization I chose was the Truth Initiative, which was formerly known as the American Legacy Foundation, which was a non-profit health organization that was established in 1999. They produced and funded the Truth Campaign. Truth promotes anti-tobacco messages through online content and television. Truth launched the campaign Finish It in 2014. The campaign Finish It has the purpose of encouraging the youth to be the generation that ends smoking. These images I have gathered effectively convinces the audience of the dangers of smoking through facts and logic paired with emotion. The first image I have is an infographic of a death statistic. This infographic reflects the organization's goals because it's trying to persuade people not to smoke because it will kill you. The audience for this image could be everyone. I say that because everyone could either be affected by smoking or know someone who could be affected by smoking. But most specifically, the audience for this ad are parents and the youth. This infographic shows logos because it is factual. It has the statistic in it. It also shows pathos. Parents will feel an emotional tie to this because they may have children, and thinking of them dying would make a connection to the parents. It also appeals emotionally to the youth themselves because they don't want to die. Also worth noting is that it said fact 125 at the top, which gives off the impression that there are 124 more facts on why you shouldn't use tobacco. The visual aspect of the text being bigger in parts of the infographic and the font being a different color in parts of the infographic makes it to where you can just glance at the infographic and get the point it's trying to make just by seeing that 1 in 3 dies. One bad thing about the visual of this infographic are the faces. I think that the faces that weren't dead should be smiling and not just a straight face. If the faces were like that, then it would make it seem that if you do not smoke, then you will be not only alive, but also happy and enjoying not smoking. The second image I have is of a person smoking a cigarette and fading away. The audience for this image are people who smoke. This image reflects the organization because it also goes against smoking cigarettes, which has tobacco in it. This image shows logos and pathos. It doesn't have facts, but it is logical. It's logical because the effects of smoking happen over time, and the picture says, you fade away with every puff. It's emotionally appealing because no one wants to fade out of life. The visual of the person and the words themselves fading away is a nice touch. It makes everything feel connected. The other visual that helps is that the person is colored the same as a cigarette is. The tip of a cigarette is orange, which matches the front of the person's face, which is also orange. The end of the cigarette is blackish gray, which is similar to the end of the person, which also turns gray. The organization's goals are to promote anti-tobacco messages and to get people to quit smoking, which the appeals did. By showing off the stats that made smoking look bad, and by making people connect to death caused by smoking emotionally. I feel like Truth is a credible campaign. It is widely known, so I feel that its ads are effective at accomplishing the goals they set out. I say this because of a statistic I found. In 2000, 23% of 8th, 10th, and 12th graders smoked. That number is now down to 6%. While all of this decline is not because of Truth, I think that some of it has to be because of Truth. For me, the images and appeals are effective at showing the dangers and consequences of using tobacco in your lives. If I did smoke, then the facts and emotions would make me stop smoking. For someone who doesn't smoke or use any other kind of tobacco products, these images would just make me want to not smoke even more. It would just reinforce how I feel about the topic. If death is the outcome of the action, I think that then the persuasive part is easy for an ad. I have a cousin and sister who I've been trying to get to stop smoking for the longest. These ads may be something I would show to them to get them to quit smoking and using any tobacco products.